Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Mallorca Under the Sun, and I am here today up in Alcúdia in the north of the island to talk to you about the pros and cons of living here in Mallorca. Now, I have been on the island for the past, almost 16 years now, and I do not envisage leaving anytime soon. I mean, we are absolutely lucky enough to be living here and to be able to visit the beach almost every single day if we wish to, and if the weather allows us to as well. So I would say that of course is one of the main pros of living here, and of course never having to take another Mediterranean beach holiday again. So what else about living here? I mean, Mallorca seems to have an absolute plethora of fiestas and public holidays. So life can feel like a permanent party, and the fiestas are often celebrated in the towns and in the cities with parades and street parties, and these take place normally in normal times throughout the year. So I would say that is just one of the absolute pros of living here. So there are huge travel advantages of living here on the islands, not least that the airport is just a 15-minute drive away from me where I live on the other side of Palma, but also because as a resident we are entitled to discounted flights to the Spanish mainland and also down to the Canary Islands as well. So that has been great in previous years to catch up with friends in Barcelona, or to go to pop concerts as well, or just to have a really cheap weekend away. The healthcare system here is second to none. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, but it is absolutely fantastic, with very short waiting times in hospitals, particularly A&E, and doctors that really are specialists in what they do. So in regards to education, I mean, it doesn't really matter if your child goes to a local school or to an international school, because by the time they do leave, they will be fluent at least bilingually in Spanish, and also most likely in Catalan as well. And if they go to the international schools, then they'll have the opportunity to also learn either French or German. But the main advantage of the education here is that they'll be immersed in a really truly international environment and surrounded by different languages, and that, in my opinion, is just the perfect upbringing, at least for my daughter. Now, if you did choose to come and live here in Mallorca, the variety of places to live is enormous. I mean, you could opt to live in Palma City and have that very Spanish cultural city life, or you could of course live by the beach, which is why many people do come and live out here. Alternatively, there's a great countryside scene here, and you can also choose to live up one of the mountains or in the hillside towns of maybe Valldemossa or over in Sóller as well. Now finally, let me just talk to you about making friends here on the island, and also about the various expat communities as well. So wherever you are from in the world, there is a fabulous expat community waiting for you on the island. Some are bigger than others, of course, and since I have been furloughed from my job, I've actually met many more British people than I have in the past few months than I have in the past 16 years. So it has been wonderful, and it is really good to connect with people from back home from time to time, at least for our, well, in British terms, for our sort of dry sense of humour, and to have a little bit of banter as well. So yeah, I mean, I would say while you do come over here to try and fit in and to integrate, it's great to have a community of people that you can relate to as well. So when I say expats, I don't mean just British expats, because people come and live here from all over the world, and we meet each other through work or at the school gates or through various clubs here on the island. And we do get together, particularly this Christmas as well, when we're all unable to go home. So we all get together and we enjoy meals round at each other's houses and meet up for picnics on the beach. And I have to say that being able to learn about not just the Spanish culture, but also my other friends cultures and enjoying things like Russian Christmas in January as well has been an absolute highlight of living here on the island. This could be a pro and this could be a con, but you will find that old friends completely from way back will get back in touch with you if they clock on social media that you have now moved to Mallorca, and they will be contacting you to try and arrange a free holiday out here. Now that can be an advantage as well, because I've managed to catch up with some really good friends of mine that I haven't seen for literally decades, but you'll know how to keep that balance. So yes, just watch who comes out of the woodwork with that one. But I do have to say as well, the biggest downside about the friendships that you do have here is that Mallorca is just a really transient island. So people come here maybe for a couple of years to live and to work, and they may lose their jobs, and then, or they just decide that they want to go home again. So the amount of people I've met here, become really good friends with, and who have left has been really heartbreaking. But on the upside, I've been able to have some fantastic holidays visiting them all as well. And one other con as well that I just also want to mention, anyone actually moving out to Mallorca, I mean, this isn't really the place to come to if you have really high career aspirations, because it really is about the lifestyle here, less so about the career. And I will make videos in the future talking about my own personal working experiences here on the island, as well as what other job opportunities exist as well, and what it's just like here to try and hold down a job. Now, I think the biggest con, or the major disadvantage for living here, is the bureaucracy. Now, this will drive you crazy, and I am warning you in advance. There are so many hoops to jump through with the paperwork that you can expect to wait for months for appointments, and then you'll end up joining along queues in government offices to get all the documents you need for residency, for tax, for social security, and for healthcare. So you will need the patience of a saint. So I would say that one of the biggest disadvantages to living out here is if you wish to set up your own business, or you want to work freelance, or as they say here, autónomo. Now, before you have even made so much as a cent, you need to pay in the region of about €300, and that will be for social security every single month. And then on top of that, you then have to pay tax on your earnings as well. Now, I just want to point out as well that you can't choose where you wish to be a tax resident. So if you are living here for more than 183 days in the year, that you will have to pay tax on everything you earn. So I hope this video has given you just a few insights as to what it's like to live out here in Mallorca. Now, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I will be making further videos about moving out here and about living out here, and also about renting and buying property too. So do stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. And also come and join me on my Facebook group, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, where you can also ask any of our residents who are also in the group any questions, or ask myself as well if there's anything you need to know about life here on the islands. So thanks very much for watching everyone, and until the next video, goodbye for now.